to my channel. I'm Christine. Thank you so much for coming by. If you're new here, I'd love for you to be a part of my community. Just hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll know when I upload. Got to get my ratings out. Got to get more subscribers. So please help me out. I appreciate it. That will just help me to keep continuing to bring you content from week to week. I posted a short last week, but not a full video, so I just wanted to give you a little explanation of why I had to make the decision to put my doggie, my oldest doggie, Molly, down. She was just struggling. She would have been 13 in October, and she was a big dog. She's an American Hound, and she had been struggling with hip dysplasia for years, and arthritis had really gotten her, and cancer had come back, and she had some tumors. So I don't want to cry, but I did the best thing I could for her. It was so hard on me, but it was the last kind thing that I could do for her. So I just wasn't in a good place last week to really film a big long video. So I did have a shorts up, so I hope you watch my shorts. If not, go back. And but anyhow, I do have a piece of her with me. I decided to have her cremated so that I could keep her remains with me, because I really love that dog, and it's heartbreaking. But I hope you enjoy this week, and I just wanted to give you a little explanation of that. And I think it helps my viewers if you know me, you know, a little bit better on a personal basis. I think it will help for us to connect and you to know me a little bit more personally. So, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. So that's why I wasn't here last week. But you're gonna enjoy this week. It's gonna be kind of short because I've just been, like I said, taking up time to grieve a little bit, and I do work a full-time job. So, but it's gonna be quick and easy, little fall Dollar Tree crafts. So please continue watching all the way to the end. Hit that like button. Leave me any comments for things that you want to see in the future, and I appreciate it. Let's get going, you guys. Thank you. Hey guys, our first project is going to use this cute little house from Dollar Tree, and these little leaves. I'm only going to use one of the leaves, and then I did have to add some natural jute string to cover up where I didn't quite get all the way with the scrapbook paper, but I think it looks better like finished out anyhow. And then the scrapbook paper did come from Hobby Lobby, but you can use, they have fabric and all at Dollar Tree, so if you wanted to make it a complete Dollar Tree project, you can use that. And I'm going to use chalk paint in the color Cottage White from Folk Art, and in the color, Fired Clay from Folk Art. And I love that fired clay. It really does look like pottery. Anyhow, I am going to remove, of course, I removed that cloth that comes on these little houses, and then kind of sanded that down. I am going to paint with the Cottage White the top, the sides, and the back, and I've got it turned over backwards here. On the little leaf that we're going to use, I just used some spackling. This is not from Dollar Tree, but they certainly do have some. Filled that in, just kind of let that dry overnight, and then took my very used little sanding block. I really need to get me another one of those things, but it works, so I'm just keep using it to sand that down real good. And then I am going to paint that on one side only, and on the edges 2 coats of the fired clay chalk paint. Then I am going to, I've already cut my scrapbook paper, and the way I cut that was, you saw, I just kind of pressed that down to get some edges, and then use my Sharpie to mark it. Then I'm just going to use my Mod Podge in matte. That's what I always use, is the matte. Lay a coat down, and then put your scrapbook paper down. Make sure you cover it real well.
put the scrapbook paper down, and then cover that real well with Mod Podge. Let that dry. And I did let that dry like a few hours. So, and I just work on projects in between while all my stuff. I just have little, you see my very used cardboard from one of my Amazon boxes. Thank goodness for Amazon, because see, I need to use it for my crafts. Um, I just tend to have all kind of cardboard pieces laying all over my floor when I'm working. So, but I'm just going to lay that down, cover that up. Then I'm going to come back to finish off the project and use that little bit of that jute. I'm gonna call it jute twine. I don't know if that's what it is or what. Anyhow, it's in a natural color. I'm gonna go around the edges, finish that off. Then I did decide to make this a hanger, so you have the option of this will stand up on its own, or you have the option to use a hanger, and those little square beads were in the crafter's square section as well. So this makes a really beautiful project, quick and easy for your fall decor, and you can either hang or stand up. I hated covering up that middle part with that leaf, but I needed some place to put the leaf, and everywhere I put it, it was going to cover up a pumpkin. But um, maybe I should have moved that one. That seems to be like the prettiest one. But anyhow, it turned out beautiful, and I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Enjoy watching me make the rest of it. I just had to break back in here. This is funny. So instead of me just using one of my big needles to put this in, I'm just struggling here. So I did it the old mom way and put a little bit of spit on it and used it. I used to do my kids' hair, my daughter's hair. She's not little anymore, but she's still little to me. Her hair that way, when it was sticking up in the morning sometimes. You mothers are guilty out there. Let me know if you used to do that. But I hate to say this, and my husband might die, but I've done that to his hair before. He's cried up. Anyhow, this is our second project, and I've got these pots and from Dollar Tree these two little squares, and those are just going to be risers just because this little succulent wasn't tall enough. And I'm going to use this reindeer moss. I've never used this before, but I actually like that product. Unlike the Spanish moss, it is soft, so it's a lot easier to work with. Now, the little succulent I did not get from Dollar Tree, but they certainly have them there. They have them in, usually they're in these little square pots. You could always cover that with some burlap ribbon, but really it's going to be sitting in the pot, and we're putting the reindeer moss in there, so it's not really going to matter. But I painted the pot just one coat, and I went a little bit inside just in case you could see inside with that fired clay. I did not worry at all about painting those little squares. They're going to be covered up. And then I did find some little burlap ribbon just to make a little simple bow. So I'm simply going to glue the little squares to the bottom of the succulent and then hot glue that into my little pot. And then I did not glue the reindeer moss in place. I just kind of stuck it around because you can see there's a gap there. So I just kind of stuck that in there. And then with my little burlap ribbon, you'll see me. I just did like the awareness ribbon where you kind of make the teardrop loop, and then you push in the middle. I did not tie that, but you certainly can. I just simply pinched it and then took some hot glue and then put that on the pot, and that was a simple one. So our last project, I've had this little cloche from Dollar Tree for a while. Wasn't sure what to do with it. So now I figured it out. I'm going to use the fired clay again, just because these are all fall projects, and I do love this color. It took me 3 coats of this color to fully cover that black. Now, if I had some slick stick, I think that's what they call it. I don't have any of that. I'm gonna have to get some of that. It would have stuck a lot better. But anyhow, it just took 3 coats to cover it. And you can see I had a Dollar Tree pick. And these are beautiful, y'all. I was surprised to find these. I really like these. I don't know what I've done with my little floral snips. I think they're in my car. So you can see I'm struggling here. Boy, I'm struggling. Those would have made life so much simpler. I found just a piece of floral foam just to use to stick these in. And I just had to keep putting them in there. Some of them I had to cut back down even more and push them down. And then keep taking the little cover, putting over it to make sure that it's going to fit. You can see me here. So I had to adjust from that. And then there were picks I definitely wanted to use. You can see it's pretty full right here. So you're just going to have to move everything around. I got this ribbon, wired ribbon from Dollar Tree as well. I'm just going to use this to cover up the ugliness of that floral foam. But so it kind of cut in half, and then I'm just going to hot glue that around to cover that up. And then I had to cut some of those. You can see those 2 little, that's the tops of those little picks, and I like those. I don't, some kind of berries, I guess is what it's supposed to be. I don't know. But I like those, so I'm going to end up hot gluing those in there and hot gluing some the reindeer moss as well, just to make it all full and make sure that all of that pitiful looking floral foam is covered up completely. And then this is going to be quite full, so if you don't like it quite that full, you can see it. You can certainly change that. But here are all our finished products, and I just think these all turned out beautiful. And when you stage those well, like you see here, they really do look high end. I think these are very good items to use in your home, and I hope you enjoyed them. They are quick and easy projects, so try them along with me. Get your glue guns out and go shopping at your local Dollar Tree, and let's see what we can make for our fall decor. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.